everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Paperchase dual end markers, and just in case you didn't see my community post, in my community post I just said that every week I will be posting a product review or product comparison. I still will be making other videos throughout the week, but a product review or a product comparison will be one of those videos. So yeah, like I said, today I'll be reviewing the Paperchase dual end markers, and they were actually pretty expensive, so you would expect them to be pretty good, and they were pretty good, but I mean, they had a couple of flaws. So I'm just gonna pick a random marker, and yeah. So this is what one of the markers looks like. It has a fine side and a broad side. So the fine side looks like this, and the broad side looks like this. So yeah, in general, they're pretty good markers, and you can get these at the Paperchase store. I don't think they're on Amazon, but you can check. So it does come in a pretty good variety of colors. So it usually has 2 to 3 shades of one color. So for example, like 2 to 3 shades of yellow. Like, let me show you. Okay, so it actually does have 3 shades of yellow. So yeah, it has a couple of shades of each color. And so yeah, it's a pretty good variety of colors, but here are some of the problems that I found. So one of the problems was for some of the markers, the cap is really hard to close, and oops, sorry. So one of my biggest problems to close the cap is for the orange marker. I don't know if the orange marker cap is hard to close for everyone, but it is hard to close for a lot of the markers. So I think it was on the fine side. Yeah, so when I open this, it's hard to open and hard to close too. So I opened it, and now it's like really hard to close. Okay, yeah, that took me some time to close. So yeah, but the ink on paper, it looks really good. So let me show you. So yeah, here's just some paper, and I'm just going to take some random color, and I'm going to draw a box, and I'm going to color in to show you what the color actually looks like on paper. The color is like really smooth, and once it dries, it looks even better, and it literally looks like you printed it. It doesn't even look like a marker. So these are pretty good to use for paper squishies if you make like realistic paper squishies, like for example if you make like a box of candy or something. And so it is really good for paper squishies, and it is good for a lot of art stuff, but I would really recommend these for paper squishies, and I do use these for my paper squishies. And the variety of color is pretty good too. So if I was making a drawing or anything and I needed a specific color, I would usually get it from these markers because it has a really large variety of colors, like I said. So yeah, but one problem that I have that is a pretty big problem is that even though these are really expensive, these the ink finishes really quickly. So I was making a paper squishy that day, and I was using this marker, and I only used this marker like 1 or 2 times, and the ink ran out like after just using it 2 or 3 times, and I was really disappointed at that because the quality of these markers are really good, but the ink runs out really quickly. And also that also happened with my blue marker. And yeah, so I can only use these markers like 1 or 2 times, because after 1 or 2 times the ink just runs out. So that's a pretty big problem for me, because I really like the colors and I really wanted to like use them again and stuff. But like other than that, there aren't really that big problems, and there are like a lot of good shades, like I said, and it comes in a really good box too. It comes in a box like this. You can't really see the whole box. Okay. Right. So yeah, this is what the box looks like, and I really like it. And there's like enough space to put all the markers, and it's a really good box. So yeah, that's it for today. This was kind of short video, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And one more thing before I go, I just wanted to say if I recommend these markers or not. I would recommend them, I guess. But like, I wouldn't recommend them that much. If you don't use markers a lot, like if you don't do art a lot and you just do it sometimes when you're bored or just on the weekends, you don't do it a lot, then I would recommend these markers, because if you don't use it a lot, then the ink won't go quickly. Well, it won't go that quickly. And if you do art a lot like me, and if you make like paper squishies especially, I would not recommend these markers that much, because the ink runs out really quickly and that's not really helpful. But yeah, so like I said, the shades are really good. I really like that, and the ink looks really smooth on paper, and as you can see, as it's drying, it looks pretty good too. But you can, like, there's some dots in the middle, like there's like little grains kind of in the middle. So, but if I color over again, and then once it dries again, it will look kind of better. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't, and that's also, it doesn't look good even if I give it like a couple of coats. But yeah, and if you give it too many coats, the color gets really dark. But yeah, and like I said, when I said the shades were pretty good, that depends on how many markers you buy. Like what? So I bought the box of 24 markers, but I think there's also a box for 10 or 12 markers. I don't know if there's a box of like more markers than 24, but I would recommend, if you do buy these markers, then I would recommend buying the 24 box, because it has a lot of colors. So yeah, that was it for today, and thank you for watching. Bye.